I don't know. I think Don just said something to me.
Here we go. Want me to read it?
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Charity Chanelle. You guys are tapped and tuned in with me. That's right. This is the Reverse Happy Hour. Now, for those of you who are new to the show, a little bit about Reverse Happy Hour. We give you all the celebrity gossip, all the ratchetness that goes on in the world of hip hop, while also talking about daily and trending topics that happen in everyday life. Now, with that being said, let's get into this tea. Okay. So it's been a good week. Of course, you know, we started off with the Super Bowl on Sunday. The Chiefs won. Congratulations to the Chiefs. Honestly, I didn't feel like the Eagles were going to win at all. I'm just going to put that out there. But I think the most important part of the Super Bowl that we all were excited for was Rihanna. Now, Rihanna definitely, well, we know, honey, Rihanna definitely came to turn up. Now, she did say that she was going to bring a special guest. So it gave all of us like who she's going to bring. She's going to bring Chris Brown out. She's bringing Jay-Z out. We were trying to figure out who she was going to bring out. And all in the all, Rihanna brought out the baby bump. Shocked everybody, because a lot of people were like, no, that's like, you know, a post-pregnancy body. I'm like, this woman had her son 9 months ago. If she still got a little basketball on her stomach, I got some questions. I want to know like what's happening, because if pregnancy is gonna have me with a rounded ball 9 months after I have a child, I'm good, love, and joy. So we all know that, you know, she showed up in her red, came to deliver. Now she did a 13 minutes, you know, performance. Now the whole time she was doing a performance, what really had me in all, y'all, was seeing Rihanna like on the platform floating above the State Farm Stadium in Arizona. It was at one point that the wind was blowing back and forth, and I was like, Lord, please just lower her. Do not let her fall with this baby. Because at some point, I think we all came out of our skin. We all knew that she was pregnant, and we was just waiting for her to tell us that she was in fact pregnant. And of course, she also dropped her Vogue spread, which featured like photos of her son and ASAP Rocky. Oh my God, Rihanna looks so good. ASAP Rocky, he was just the biggest cheerleader that you could be for your woman, honey. ASAP Rocky was more so turned up than the people that were in the stands. You know, he was supporting, he was lit, he was Millie rocking, he had the camera phone out. It was amazing just to see her come back and perform for the time that she did come back to perform. And baby, that baby looked just like Rihanna. Oh my God. What, the baby looked like ASAP, but the baby looked like Rihanna. He is a twist of both of his parents. And I absolutely love it. I think it was amazing. But of course, you know, we have the people who hate on it. We have those people that were not impressed by her performance. People felt like, wasn't the halftime performance should have been like 20 minutes? They felt like it should have been a little longer. Rihanna's catalog isn't but so big. She performed some of her top songs: Shine Bright Like a Diamond, Be Better Have My Money. She performed the important songs that she needed to perform at the time when she was supposed to go ahead and do it. Okay. So I thought she did really, really good. And congratulations to her and ASAP Rocky, you know, their second child. And I really, really, really feel like it's going to be a little girl. And that's going to be like the perfect family for Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. So congrats are in order. It was also a star-studded Super Bowl. You saw Blue Ivy there with Jay-Z. You saw everybody there. I mean, you saw like media personalities were there. You saw Krishan Rock was there with our blue face. We'll talk about them a little later on in the show. But we definitely got to see Lil Uzi. He was there. Gordon Ramsay was there. It was a very amazing event to be at the Super Bowl. And I can't wait to have enough money to be able to go myself. So it was really good to see that. But what we do have to talk about, we're going to move right along to our next topic. We have to talk about Kanye West, okay? Kanye West and Adidas are back in the topics because Adidas is looking to repropose unsold Yeezy products. Now, they stopped production and payments back in October of last year due to anti-Semitism and other hate speech, that they were saying that Kanye West was saying. But the split pretty much cost them $1.3 billion. So with Adidas parting ways with Kanye West, they lost more than they can just basically bargain and chew for. So honestly, at this point, they have no choice but to just draft up a new deal, y'all, because Kanye West pretty much was the provider for Adidas, as what we would say, for some years. Won't nobody really checking for Adidas after Run DMC did their little wave. Like, okay, you wasn't seeing people wearing Adidas like that. But when those Yeezys dropped, everybody had on a pair of Yeezys. You can wear Yeezys to the beach. You can run on the sand with a pair of Yeezys. Like, you can't just take the 1.3 billion and just be done, because Adidas would just be like how Fila's is. Nobody really wears Fila's like that. We barely wear Pumas. So, Adidas is definitely reconstructing up a plan. You have to. And then let's talk about Kanye West one upping, y'all. He went and he married the designer of the Yeezy. So even if you guys tried to sell the Yeezy design without the logo on it, you can't even sell the Yeezys because the designer, who is his new wife, could sue you. So I think Kanye West definitely played chess, not checkers with you, Adidas. And I think you put your mouth where you wrote a check that, that your ASS cannot cash, because you need Kanye West for the sales. You need him for that. And so where's Kanye at with it? We don't really know where Kanye West is with it, but you definitely know that Kanye is not about to play games. So we'll just kind of see. We'll just kind of see what to expect, but you have no choice but to bring Kanye West back at this point. You lost $1.3 billion. So the new deal is going to include higher royalties if they do decide to go back into partnership with Kanye West. They're going to offer higher royalties for the sales of the Yeezys. There were so many designs that they had for the Yeezys that were about to roll out just for them just to kind of cut ties. I think everybody who has cut the ties with him is kind of sort of feeling it. And that's just exactly what Kanye West wanted you to see. So that was pretty much, the whole or debacle or everything with that. But we'll see how that goes in the upcoming months. We'll see how Ye feels about this. So we got to talk about our next topic. The next topic that we have, that this was actually like emailed to me. I would have never thought about talking about this, but it was emailed. So there is an old video of Lady Gaga from 2014 of her performing, right? She's performing on the stage while a woman has her fingers stuck down her throat and is regurgitating on her breasticles. Now, a lot of people was trying to figure out what in the world was this woman doing. It's like this green liquid. Everybody's saying that it's paint, that the girl kind of like drank some paint and she stuck her fingers on her throat just to like barf all over Lady Gaga. Now, this went viral again because the right-wing podcast, Elijah Schaefer, he tweeted on Thursday, like, why are we not talking about this? We're talking about everything else, but we're not talking about Lady Gaga letting some lady throw up on her on stage while she's singing and performing. We're not talking about this at all. Well, apparently the woman who was like regurgitating over on Lady Gaga's breast was a woman named Millie Brown. Now, Millie Brown has yet to, say her comments of how it got to the point of her having to drink some green paint and having to regurgitate over Lady Gaga's left and right Ben and Jerry, Huckleberry and Finn, Tom and Jerry breasticles. The picture of it, to me, why we didn't want to show the video, because Mark Zuckerberg has definitely been Zuckerberging lately, and I don't want him to Zuckerberg on Reverse Happy Hour. So we were not going to show the video because it is a little bit nasty to see somebody be throwing up. But Lady Gaga is just having a real good time. She was having a real good time. And, you know, this was back when Lady Gaga was like out there. She was out there living her whole best life. She wasn't going back and forth with nobody, but just enjoying some green throw up over her chesticle. And I really don't even know how we got to the point of, hey, I'm going to be performing and I want you to drink this green paint and I want you to just do me, you know, do me. What? I don't know how to feel about that, Lady Gaga. Girl, got, you know, even though it's an old resurfaced video, a lot of people is starting to really like retweet it because the video of it is just like, what are we watching? This is kind of crazy. Well, we're going to take our first commercial break of the night. We'll be right back, guys, with more of Reverse Happy Hour with your girl, Charity Chanelle. Welcome back, guys. I am your host, Charity Chanelle. You guys are tuned into Reverse Happy Hour. Now, for those who are just popping in the second half of the show, just a little bit about the show. We give you all the celebrity gossip and all the ratchetness that goes on in the world of hip hop. We're also talking about daily and trending topics that happen in everyday life. Now, we have to talk about Pharrell Williams because he has been named, okay, the new artist and entrepreneur of the Louis Vuitton. He's the new men's creative director of the role at Louis Vuitton. Now, he's the first to fill the position since the death of Virgil Abloh that just passed away last year in November. Now, Pharrell, this is going to be awesome because he gets to showcase his first collection in June during Paris Men's Fashion Week. So, you know, Pharrell has always had an eye for fashion, had a passion for fashion. This is really going to be really, really good. But what I would like to see is how the prices are going to be when it comes to the men's clothing line for Louis Vuitton, Pharrell. So can we get like some reasonable prices? Can we get some things that are going to be like really good for the men? And men, we would like to see you dressing a little better, just as well as we would like to see the women start dressing a little better, a little tasteless. You know, we want to see you be not tasteless, but tasty. Classy, not tasteless, please, because we already see some of you are very tasteless with what you guys are bestowing upon us. Now, this next topic threw me for a whole loop, okay? So, well, not like a bad loop, just in a way. Now, this is one of the jackets that Pharrell is going to design for Louis Vuitton. We can already see that this is going to be about $10,000, $8,000 for that jacket. Yeah, it's giving me Michael Jackson vibes. It's definitely giving me Michael Jackson vibes, like when Michael Jackson was definitely doing his performances and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'd like to see where we go, but $8,000 for that. $8,000 for me is like a little, I'm gonna pay my rent up for a couple of months. I'm gonna get the car taken care of. I might take a trip somewhere, but I don't really know how I would feel. I'm saying that now, y'all, because I don't have the funds, but I ain't gonna lie. When I get the funds, I might buy. But we got to talk about this next topic. Okay, so this was like crazy. So Whitney Houston, may she rest in peace. Okay. Whitney Houston is about to drop a whole gospel album. Okay. A whole gospel album. Now, the name of the album, I'm going to get to that in a few because we all are going to Now, this will include 15 songs, 6 out of which were like previously unreleased songs that she recorded when she was 17 years old. Now, the name of the album of this new gospel album for Whitney Houston is going to be called I Go to the Rock. Who named the album? Why are we? I Go to the Rock. I feel like there is some shade there because we all know that Whitney had that thing where she said crack is whack. She don't smoke crack. And what do we call crack? We call crack rock, right? So why would we name the album I Go to the Rock? Where are we going? Plymouth Rock? What rock are we going to? Who named the album? Now, we all know that her mom does have parts of the gospel album, but who named the album? It just takes me back to who named the album. I can't I'm going to download this Whitney Houston I Go to the Rock album without feeling like it's shady. I don't know how to feel about that. Sorry, guys, got a little dark up in here. I like the lights out. But I don't know who named this album because to me, I just feel like, where's Clyde? What are people at? Don, that to name this album? I know Bobby Brown would not allow for this album to be called I Go to the Rock. I was just like, this is just so offensive. This is so disrespectful to Whitney Houston on so many levels. It is just so disrespectful. But I've heard one of the songs, and Whitney sounds very good at the age of 17. I would definitely say that this is very exciting to hear the album, but I just can't. We got to change the name up. This is too close to drugs for me. I Go to the Rock. What kind of rock? I'm still like, what kind of rock is it? Somebody tell me. Are we talking about where God risen? Are we talking about the rock? That wasn't a rock. You guys know I get very passionate about things like this. It's like, who named the album? Who did it? Why did you do this to Whitney? So that is going to be what's going to be coming up in the works. And this should be an album that will be out in the upcoming years. So yeah, not in the upcoming years, but supposedly later on in the year, we will be blessed and bestowed with I Go to the Rock by Whitney Houston. Now, moving right along, we have to talk about Queen Latifah. Okay, now Queen Latifah, we all know that Queen Latifah is the Don Dada when it comes to this. Now, Queen Latifah is launching a podcast called Unity on the Community. Now, this will basically consist of, stories of unsung local heroes driving change in their neighborhoods. Now, some that will be featured on this podcast is, Kevin Grant. Kevin Grant pretty much dedicated his work to dismantling the city of violence out in Oakland, California. Then we also have Anthony Tamis Pochal, who, is basically reclaiming the indigenous land in Chicago. And then we have Dr. Rashida Govin. Now these people are very pretty much good. Now, Dr. Rashida, who is an empowering young Black girls through her New Orleans-based project called Butterfly. Now, there are also going to be so many more people that's going to be featured on Queen Latifah's podcast, but that kind of gives you guys a gist of what to expect. And we all know that anything that Queen Latifah touches definitely either goes gold, platinum, or becomes a cover girl. So I'm very excited to see and listen to Queen Latifah's podcast because I love everything that Queen Latifah does. I don't know. She's the best that done ever did it, and she's amazing. Now, we're going to move right along. We got to give congratulations to SZA, okay? Because SZA was named the Woman of the Year for 2023. Now, this is amazing for SZA because a lot of people was just trying to give SZA some heat about how she used to look and how, money does this and money that. Let me tell you something. SZA had the same voice she was when she was looking like Macy Gray little sister. Y'all not going to come for her, okay? SZA looks good, okay? And she deserves to be Woman of the Year. That woman went through a whole lot. Her music tells stories. I love it. We love it. SZA, congratulations, girl. You always do your thug dizzle. Okay? Now, we're going to take our second commercial break of the night. Y'all know me. I roll through these topics because, I try not to hold you guys too long on a Friday night. But we'll be right back, guys, with some more of Reverse Happy Hour. Hey, we're back. You know, Don always be like, and you're hot. Thanks, Don, because I feel like my hair looks horrible today. So I had to wear the fedora because I didn't have enough time, guys, to get from the office building that I work at, which is 45 minutes away from my house, to get the hair curled, get the face beat. So y'all gonna get a fedora tonight. Now we got to talk about Lori Harvey and Damson Idris. Okay, now they both attended the red carpet premiere event for the sixth and final season of Snowfall on Wednesday, right, the 15th. Now, a lot of people, this is kind of like the appearance that they made after a month of them going Instagram official. A lot of people felt like Damson didn't pay for the PDA. Damson was trying to lean in for kisses. He was trying to hold her hand, and Lori was just like, boy, get out of here. Baby, you paid for the red carpet. You didn't pay for the PDA. Now, there was a lot of like moments where he was trying to lean in for the kisses and stuff. And I kind of felt bad because he was like leaning in and she would kind of turn her head, or like he's like, oh, give me your hand. She like not grabbing his hand. So people are really saying that they feel that this is not a real relationship. This is all for likes and views. I don't know. I don't know. But I just hope that it's not. Because the way you made Michael B. Jordan look like he was a 48-year-old man after you dumped him, girl, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Now he probably gonna be looking like Uncle being off the rice box by the time you done with him. It's just like at this point, these men get with her, she get with these men. It is a financial agreement. I am convinced. If you don't believe me, Google it and you guys will see for yourself how there was kind of like, we got the chemistry in front of the camera, but when it comes to like the PDA or me trying to grab your hand and I'm trying to walk you, Lori, come on, let's go. Lori Harvey was like, no, sir. Baby, this is the agreement. I show up to you at parties. I make it look cute. I make it look like we're together. We're not kissing. We ain't about to do all that. Now, you don't pay me enough for that. And that's just kind of like what it was. That's what I got from the video. I was like, is she really doing that to that man? And she really is doing that to that man. So I don't know. I'm starting to believe it too. But I guess we'll see, you know, as the tale is all its time. Guess we'll see as time kind of evaluates and go on with itself. We'll see if this really is a real relationship. I guess. I don't know. We shall see. But we got to move right along to the good juicy stuff. Now we about to get into some real good tea these next couple of topics that we got rolling up in here. So we got to talk about Ruby Rose, DDG, and Holly Bailey. Now, Ruby Rose, okay, I don't really know much about this girl, but she shared screenshots of DDG in her DMs and claims that he let Holly Bailey wear her shirt. What a shady person. Evidently, Ruby Rose and DDG had some dealings. DDG, I guess, got in his feels after him and Holly got into an argument, messaged her on some, I don't know what type of stuff he messaged her on, but she exposed the DMs. She basically said, you had an argument with your girl. Now you texting me, asking me, am I up in LA? Do I want to meet up? Blah, 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 whooshy woo. Aren't you in a relationship? Why are you messaging me? You need to be going to go make amends with Holly. Not Holly Berry, but Holly Bailey. So you need to be trying to figure out what you're going to do, was what she was trying to insinuate. I believe Ruby Rose was trying to be very messy. You know, it's always that one female that it kind of hates on the relationship because she feels like you're treating Holly probably how you should have been treating her. Well, of course, DDG took to his, you know, social media platform and he basically said him and Holly is on good terms. They talked about everything. There's no issue. They smoothed it over. So, of course, she goes back. That's when she goes back and say, oh, yeah, you smoothed it over, but you're letting her wear my clothes. What type of childish stuff is this? And like, why are you messing with the Little Mermaid? Don't you know you don't mess with Ariel? She got friends down in the ocean, girl. She friends with flounder. She friends with octopuses. King Triton is her daddy. I don't know why you won't smoke with the Little Mermaid. Ursula. So at this point, Holly Bailey, who I really felt like she should have stayed out of it because out of Chloe Bailey and Holly is like the classy girl. She doesn't get into the mess. Holly is not about the drama. So, of course, Holly Bailey responded, you know, just like, basically, we're good. There's no need to feed into the lies, especially from a third party. We're not about to give this peasant what she needs. Go on, spray some Raid on this roach so she can go and curl up and die, you know, or something. But at this point, when it comes to it, we really don't know the severity of it, how him and Ruby Rose truly was. But I don't think that they were really serious like how him and Holly is. He would be stupid to leave the Little Mermaid alone. That's all I'm going to say. You know how much money not even the money. Do you know how much cred she about to be worth once this Little Mermaid movie drop in May? And I don't know what day it's going to drop in May, but I know I'm going to be at the movie theater to see it. But do you know the severity of this girl? And for you to even be opening your mouth knowing that she is affiliated with Beyonce, girl, now you know she could have some people take you out. You won't be a Ruby Rose no more. You'll be Ruby Bronze. Shoot. I don't understand it. I just kind of felt like Holly just, I get it. You stand. That's my man. I'm going to stick beside him, but hey, stick beside him in silence. Let him do his thing. I'm not about to say nothing. If you in the DM, you in the DM. That's all it is. If you want to go be with her, go be with her. But what I did not like what Ruby Rose did was basically you had to try to go below the juggler when he said that him and Holly had kind of smoothed everything out. You wanted to say, oh, well, she's wearing my clothes. How do you know she ain't had the same shirt you had? Like women, there's not a lot of selections for women to wear. Everything, and when women clothes are designs, it is the same design. She could have bought the same design. She could have bought the same shirt. Did not necessarily mean that it was yours. Don't flatter yourself, Ursula. Okay, this is Ariel we're talking about. Moving right along, we got to talk about the Chinese spy balloon. Okay, now the Chinese spy balloon, the U.S. officials was pissed off about it because now this was a signal monitoring technology, right? Found in a spy balloon. This is what we're saying, the U.S. Okay. Now, they say that the balloon was part of a fleet that was created to conduct surveillance operations. So they're trying to say the Chinese is trying to spy on us. That's what they're saying, which this is a violation, supposedly, allegedly, of the U.S. international laws. Now, the Chinese said that, look, this was just a weather balloon. We were trying to monitor the rain and the clouds and the sunlight. Well, that would have been true if they didn't split the balloon open and find y'all monitoring technology in there. So what were we monitoring? Okay. Y'all was monitoring something. Them Chinese people smart. I'm trying to tell you. They're smart. I'm trying to go over there with them. They're already advanced on their technology. Okay. But they trying to figure out what's going on over here somehow, some way. Hey. So I would be surprised if we don't see more spy balloons that are going to be out. We shall see in the upcoming weeks. Now, RIP is in order for Trugoy, the dove, who died at the age of 54. And for those of you who do not know who Trugoy is, he was the co-founder of the legendary hip-hop trio De La Soul, okay? Now, the cause of death haven't been quite released to the public just yet, but Trugoy was born David Jude. And in the recent years, he kind of opened up about serious health issues that kind of included congestive heart failure. So our hearts go out to his family. We send our prayers and condolences to, Trugoy's family. Now, we have to talk about Sweetie. Now, Sweetie made the topics because Sweetie says that it takes 8 hours to get her nails done, honey. Who about to sit in the nail shop for 8 hours to get their nails done? Now, for most women, for me, when I go to the nail shop, I'm in the nail shop for about a good hour and a half. And that's with me getting my nails and my feet. I might get an eyebrow whack, a lip whack, something like that. But 8 hours just to get my hand nails done. Now, what she said that the reason why is 8 hours is because each and every one of her nails are custom designed and custom made. But for 8 hours, them nails better come with an insurance claim if they break. As long as those nails are, and I've tried to get long nails before, and I find myself, every time I get long nails, my nails break. And when it break to the meat. Like I be breaking them right across, like the whole finger, I'm bleeding and everything. 8 hours for some nails that's going to shoot up and rise up in like a week and a half or so. Now, I don't know if they are, acrylic nails? Is it a dip? Or is they like press-ons? Because most of the celebrities get like the press-on nails where you can just kind of pop them off like as you go. But for 8 hours for you to sit there to get your nails done, I think that is just a bit extreme for me. 8 hours is a no for me, sis. And that's just for nails. You're not getting your feet done. You're not getting like the fake eyelashes put on. We're not getting like the eyebrow wax. That's just for nails. And we don't even know how much money she paying for her nails. Because for those type of nails that are like bedazzled and bejeweled the way that they are, you're spending thousands of dollars to get these nails done. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. I'm sorry, y'all. It is a no for me. I wish that I would sit at somebody's nail shop for 8 hours to get my nails done. Please come and slap the charity to the Chanelle up out of me. Because there's no way that that's not gonna happen. That's an 8-hour shift. I might as well clock in and get to the bag, you know? I might as well clock in and get to the bag, you know. It's a no for me. It is an absolutely no for me. And we're gonna move right along. Now the lights turned on. Y'all know I gotta get done. No, I didn't turn down. It's the motion sensor in it, y'all. Like once I'm not like moving around or anything like that, it kind of does its thing. So bear with me when the lights kind of turn out. I'm not trying to be romantic with you all at all. So we have to talk about Michael Irvin, who filed a $100 million lawsuit. Ooh. Now, he filed this lawsuit after a woman's misconduct complaint got him pulled from the Super Bowl. Okay, now details of this interaction took place on Sunday, but they have yet to pretty much be revealed all the way, right? So Irvin is so confident that it's no issue. And so this is what he said. And we're going to pop up what he said. So he basically said that he's baffled. Honestly, I'm a bit baffled with all of it. Irvin said. Michael also stated that he had some drinks as well, so he doesn't really quite know. But he said, honestly, I'm a bit baffled with it all. This happened in a 45-second conversation in the lobby when I got back after going out. I came into the lobby and I talked to somebody. I talked to this girl. I don't know her. I talked to her for about 45 seconds. We shook hands, then I left. That's all I know. But then you also say you can't quite remember talking to her. Irvin, what is it? You're trying to file this $100 million suit. You should have left out the part that you don't remember talking to her. Like, what is this? Because this is what they could really try to be like, okay, you don't remember talking to her, so then you don't remember what you did then. You don't remember going to her room. They could try to pin it on you so badly, Michael. I think you should have left that part out. You should have not said that you didn't remember talking to her because you had a couple of drinks. You know they trying to cancel anybody and anybody can get it. Any and everybody can get it. This is a cancel culture right now. And Michael is really looking like you about to be next. You are about to be next. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you do. You cannot be out here fraternizing with people like you used to. You can't be doing that. You need to be around people at all times. You need to be with a crowd of people. You need to be doing this and doing that. You have to move a certain type of way. You cannot move the way that you used to. You can't do that. Not in 2023. You will get canceled if you sneeze incorrectly. Like this is the culture that we're in right now. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. And that's like a lot of money that you're trying to sue for. So I would hope that you got your facts backed up because you know they're going to butcher you. If you have any sort of loopholes in this lawsuit, they're going to find a way in and they're going to butcher you. So I just pray, woman out thou Lucy, that you have your stuff together, Michael. Because God dog, you know, we wanted you at the Super Bowl. You know, it ain't the Super Bowl if you ain't there. Learn something from this. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, you know? Speaking of which, we're going to talk about our last couple of topics of the night. We have to talk about this because this is just breaking and this is actually trending as of today. Chris Brown versus Keely Williams. Now, if don't nobody know who Keely Williams is, she was in a group called 3LW. She was also a cheetah girl after the group 3LW split up. Now, Keely Williams took to the internet to express how she felt about Chloe Bailey and Chris Brown's new song, How Does It Feel? Okay. Now, Keely Williams, this is what she said. So we have a snippet of what Keely Williams said. We're going to pop that up and we're going to read that with y'all today. Y'all got me reading today. Okay, so that's Chris Brown. We're going to do the other one down. Okay. She said, let him come out with his own record. So genius, so captivating that it makes us all forget that he beats women. He can't, so he won't. So what does he do? He slowly creeps back into the mainstream by getting small nods for features on Black women's merit. Black women who are more talented, more worthy, but give him the okay. This is what Keely Williams said. Well, we all know Chris Brown. And he had time today. That's what he exactly said. So Chris Brown chimed in and said, I'm getting kind of tired of your broken promises. And you got to save the list because that's how she said it in the song. Now, he continued to say, obviously, you are at a point in your life where either you are very broken or it was broke or broken. The fact that you think that you have to speak negatively about me makes you look so lame. Your life and career must suck right now. Minding your business would have been best. But I guess you don't have any business or a real job that makes you financially stable. I feel more embarrassed for you and your actual maturity. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm with Chris Brown on this one, because what made you wanted to chime in and what made you wanted to say something? At the fact that Chloe Bailey is doing a song with Chris Brown. What does that have to do with you, Keely Williams? We get it. You tried to come back on the show Encore that was on BET. You tried to get back in a girl group and you tried to kind of reclaim your stake the fame by trying to get back into the music. But Keely, ain't nobody checking for you, boo-boo. There's nobody checking for you, boo-boo. This is the most relevant you have been since 3LW and Cheetah Girls. Like, nobody is checking for you. And for you to come for Chris Brown, this is another prime example of the cancel culture trying to cancel someone. Now, we get it. 16 years ago, Chris Brown and his ex-girlfriend Rihanna had gotten into a physical altercation, right? Now, we talked about this, last week or so? When are we, the people, and we, the public, are going to forgive him as well for what he did to Rihanna? Rihanna forgave him. She's moved on. She has 2 kids. Well, she has a child and one on the way. She's happy. We don't really know what kind of transpired in the car. We don't know what happened amongst them two. That boy was 17 years old when he did that. How long are we going to dwell on this with Chris Brown? How long are we going to continue to let him have to rehash or relive that he beat Rihanna? Well, okay, we get it. We remember it. What do we do from this? So, of course, Chris Brown basically put out some good reasons because Chris Brown was like, you guys will not let me live it up. I was 17 years old when I had that physical, altercation. I'm 33 years old at this point. You guys will not let it go for me, but you will sit here and let Krishan Rock and Blueface blatantly beat each other up, that you guys gave them a whole show about them beating each other up, where Krishan Rock just took a whole Hennessy bottle and smacked it up against Blueface's head to the point where he had to get stitches. So we support these people brutally beating the crap out of each other. Krishan Rock beats Blueface ASS any given chance she can get. That boy got more black and blue eyes than a black and blue ribeye steak from Outback. Okay, like he literally, it's embarrassing. Then, of course, Krishan Rock and Blueface chimes in. Now, Blueface, I thought you were supposed to be staying out of trouble to your court date. What you doing? You ain't supposed to be getting into no type of allegations, baby. You are literally on trial for what is it? Trying to kill somebody? Are we not? You ain't supposed to get in no trouble. You cannot get in no trouble. And you out here running your mouth, your kisser, about something. He just used it as an example. And if you used your noodle, he had a legitimate point, because you guys are butchering him for something that he did when he was 17 years old. But we are publicly broadcasting you getting beat up by your girlfriend. You beating your girlfriend. This girl took her tooth out. You knocked her tooth out, allegedly, But we're promoting it. Oh, we love Krishan Rock. Oh, we love Blueface. Ooh. This is what we do because it's entertaining. It's so nice to see, right? We get a thrill. We get a ride. We get a high off of it. It's amazing, right? So, of course, Blueface kind of felt like Chris Brown was lame for that. Then Krishan Rock called them stupid. Chris Brown also brought up a whole lot of other people, too. He brought up Ozzy Osbourne. He brought up Charlie Sheen. He brought out Emma Roberts. He brought up Carmen Electra. He brought up a lot of people, Howard Stern, all these people. It wasn't just you guys, but you guys technically are getting away with brutally beating each other. We have to talk about the interview that you guys did on No Jumper with Sharp. You had this girl thrown out of the interview, and allegedly she was pregnant. This is like, what are we doing here? And we praise it though. I'm with Chris Brown. Enough is enough already. Move on. It happened when I was 17. I'm 33 years old. I done made hit after hit. I reclaimed myself. I came back into the game. I've delivered you guys nothing but amazing music. When are you guys going to give me my flowers? Are you going to give me my flowers now? Or are you going to give me my flowers later? When are you going to give me my flowers though? I honestly just feel like, if Rihanna can forgive this man, why can we not just move forward, move along with it? And why and who in the HE double hockey sticks gave Keely the right to even type anything and feel comfortable enough for her to post anything whatsoever? What are you doing, Keely? Adrian Ballone and Notori don't even rock with you. They've made up, and you still are like that oddball out. You're still talking about a KFC moment that you had with 3LW when you all were 16, 17 years old, and you're in your mid to late 30s. Get over it, bro. Get over it. You could have had the same type of fame that they had if you weren't a female dog on all fours, okay? At some point in time, we gotta move on, bro. Mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. And this would have been a time to mind your business that pays you. Because Chris Brown ain't gonna let up on you, girl. He ain't gonna let up on him. And with that being said, Don, what do we have for in case you missed it? All right. In case you missed it, my favorite part of the show. Okay. After 6 seasons, Ryan Seacrest announced on today, he's not going to be with them. He's leaving. Now, that was Kelly Ripa and Regis. So then he kind of took over after Regis passed away, right? Okay. So now her husband, Mark, will be doing the show with her. And it's going to be Kelly and Mark. We love Kelly Ripa's husband, when he come on the show, but I've always liked him because he always played in the back end. He was never out there other than when he was on the soap operas, with her. I think they met on the soap operas, right? And they've been together ever since. He is a very attractive looking man, but I am just kind of I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It might be good though, but I love Ryan Seacrest. That's it's good for him. He's hosting a whole lot of stuff. He's on ET. He's there. He's hosted American Idol, America's Got Talent, or something I don't know what he's doing. He's doing it though. Why did Taye Diggs leave All American? Well, they were saying that it was a whole lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes, but I don't really know how true that is. Why did Taye Diggs left All American? But they're definitely saying that there was some stuff going on behind the scenes, and they just kind of felt Taye Diggs was he ain't with it no more. He said he ain't with it no more. Y'all not gonna play him? Y'all already called him a sellout. I ain't gonna sell out no more than what you want me to do, baby. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a Taye Diggs, 86 Taye Diggs. That's what he was like. No, we're out of here. I think Taye Diggs is doing his thing. Happy birthday, MJ, Michael Jackson. That's right. Michael Jordan, not Michael Jackson. Look at me. I'm tired. Michael Jordan. Okay. Chicago Bulls, I started to wear my Jordans, of course. And of course, Michael Jordan always liked to donate his 10 millions to Make-A-Wish Foundation, the largest gift ever, per CNN News. That's amazing. Okay, MJ. Still looks good. Now, okay, if you guys would like to have your very own podcast to enhance your brand, expand your business, or to have fun with your friends, contact my bros, okay, and my uncle, TGN, the Good News Network, and Power Play Radio, Power Play Podcast TV. Contact Don Willis here out in Texas, and then you would contact Keith Good News in Los Angeles, California. And no, you can't move to Cali because I'm going first. Okay? All right. Now, upcoming events that we have for you guys, March 18th, we will be at In-N-Out Burger in Dallas, Texas. On the 15th, we will be at a breakfast workshop in Dallas. Okay. May 19th through the 21st, we will be at the radio TV workshop in LA. Ooh, I cannot wait, baby, because I'm going to turn all the way up if I can make it. Now, we all know June 17th is the Juneteenth celebration. That's going to be in South Lake, Texas. Now, we also have June 29th through the July the 3rd. We're going to be at the Essence Music Festival, and that's in New Orleans, Louisiana. August 2nd through the 6th, it is the NABJ convention. That's going to be in Birmingham, Alabama. And then we have August 19th, the TGM Power Play Appreciation Dinner in Dallas, Texas, where I will win the award for the best media personality at Power Play Radio. You guys already know what time it is. I can't wait to catch you guys. Join me next week where I will have a special guest, somebody who you guys have not seen in a very, very long time. Will be joining me right here on the couch. I can't wait to see you guys next week here at Reverse Happy Hour with your girl, Chanelle.